Continuing with the halachot of Lashon Hara, we left off discussing different places when Kabalat Lashon Hara is still forbidden. Today we're discussing even if the subject does not protest, even if the Lashon Hara was spoken in the presence of the subject, or if not in front of the subject, but the speaker insists that he would say it in his presence. It's very common. Someone's speaking negatively about someone else, and no, don't worry, I would say it if it was here also. That doesn't justify Lashon Hara, doesn't make it mutar. It's still forbidden, and you can't say Lashon Hara even if you would say it in front of the subject himself. The halacha is, one may not accept it, even if the speaker is adamant that no, I would say it in front of the subject, or even if the subject is there, you still can't accept it to be the truth. If the Lashon Hara was spoken in front of the subject, and he did not object to the Lashon Hara being spoken about him, or argue with the speaker in any way, though he is the type of person who would normally protest, this is still not considered admission to the charges that being lodged against him. Perhaps he felt that under the circumstances, the listeners would not believe his words over the accusers, particularly as the latter had the gall to say them in his presence. So even if someone is there and they're making fun of him and they're speaking negatively about him, it doesn't mean that you can believe it to be the truth, regardless of if the person protests or not. The Hilchot Lashon explains, if the speaker would wear sha'nez, cut his peyot, shave with a razor, and not known to eat not kosher and do inappropriate things with women, surely no one would accept his Lashon Hara. They would realize that since this person is a rasha, he doesn't go keep anything according to the Torah, and the violator of the Torah, it is likely that he ignores the prohibition of lying as well. It is the same with one who speaks Lashon Hara without halachic justification. It should be clear that he is a rasha and he's not to be believed. It's a very powerful line of the Chafetz Chaim. He says, just because someone has the audacity to say something in front of someone else, or claim to say it even if he was here, it doesn't mean that it's the truth. It doesn't mean you can believe it. And he brings a great proof, because if this person was known to be a bad person, would you believe what he says? Obviously not. So the same way that doing other violations, bein adam lamakom, we would not believe, he would lose his trust. So too, if someone is speaking Lashon Hara, he loses his trust to be someone who speaks the truth as well. Or it is possible that he has decided not to fight back, but to swallow his pride and be classified as those who bear insult, but do not strike back when insulting their attackers. If, however, the subject clearly admits to his guilt, or if there is no plausible explanation for his silence, one may believe Lashon Hara. Similarly, if the subject explains and excuses himself, and it is evident from his words and behavior that the accusation must be true, one may believe it as well. So this is the only case where you can believe it if the subject admits to it. Then it's not. Then you can believe it, and there's clearly a toilet involved. But besides for this, generally speaking, this is also another category of when you can't believe Lashon Hara, even if the subject is there and he doesn't protest. Have a wonderful day and Chazak U'Baruch.